Hey, this is Corey Maselli with the Corey Maselli Show. My trusty sidekick, Matthias Bergstrom Anderson, holding it down over in Denmark. Today, we got the All-American male, Derrick Duff, on. Man, this guy, we don't have time. The introduction will take a half hour if we do a complete one. He owns Royalty Clothing Wear. If I'm saying that right. He owns Derrick Senior Entertainment. He's got a non-for-profit organization, Daddies Against Daddy Abuse. He is a fitness role model. He's a performing artist and a whole bunch of other things. What am I leaving out that you'd like to pipe in on that, Derrick?
Well, I'm an author.
An author?
A Father's Love, My Promise to Derrick Jr., fitness model. Yeah, I'm sure there's something else in there too, but.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Just for the listeners, man, Derrick and I kind of grew up with the home turf, and this cat has been pushing it on a lot of different levels in a very positive way for years, man. He's had some ups and downs and just keeps on going, man. I know the only thing he folds is his clothes. This guy just keeps pushing the envelope and making good things happen all the time, man. Man, let's I'm going to turn it over to you, Derrick. Let's break into your story a little bit. Just start wherever you'd like. And I might have some questions. Matthias may have some questions. But, brother, you got one heck of a story. So I'm going to sit back and let you talk a little bit.
Corey, to be honest with you, brother, I'm not even sure where you want me to start, where I can start, but I'll just I'll jump in the moment with where we are today. You know, today being March 29th, which is the eve of the worst day of my life. 2013, March 30th is the day that, my son, Derrick Duff Jr. was killed in a tragic car accident. And Corey, I know I used to bring my boys in the gym when I was my early 20s, mid 20s. I used to bring them in the gym and where you used to train at, remember?
Oh yeah, brother. I remember quite well.
So, so tomorrow is that day, the anniversary of his death. And, I guess the one thing that I left out, which is probably one of the most important jobs, is just being a motivational speaker. And, Derrick, I believe Derrick's passing is what guided me into being, becoming what I feel like God put me on this earth to do. And that is to motivate people, touch people to, regardless of whatever you're going through in life, just to keep going, whatever you're going through. And, for any parents out there who've lost a child, and for those who haven't, I can tell you that losing a child is I don't believe my own death would be that painful.
Absolutely not, man.
Yeah. See, because once we die, then we're pain free. But when Junior died, then I had to learn how to walk, talk, eat, breathe all over again, and now the pain just emerges from there. You just learn how to deal with it, But I don't want this to be the sad show, but I just wanted to let you all know like where my motivation comes from. My motivation comes from me training my boys to be basketball players. And, Derrick was killed. He was chosen to play in the All-Star game 2013, and he was killed exactly 2 weeks before the game.
So I remember so well, man.
Just teaching them to be the best that they can be, and for God to guide me now to be in the I thought I was supposed to be a model, a basketball player, but March 30th, 2013 is when the day came that I realized what he put me on this earth to do, and that is to motivate on many different levels, not just the youth, but, our generation, even older generations. Just keep pushing, regardless of what you're going through, as long as God gives you breath, and strength, and you're able to get up and tie your own shoes in the morning, which a lot of people take for granted, So just to be able to do these things, I want to be able to keep motivating people to, if you didn't wake up, you woke up first off. first of all, you opened your eyes. That's a blessing. You know, secondly, you didn't wake up. If you didn't wake up with any tubes sticking out of you, you're not in the hospital bed, you know, you're not in the grave, you know, and you have your life, then utilize it to the best of your ability every single day that you can.
Yeah.
And that's,
Man, that's heavy. And it's, you're confirming something last night. We had a young artist that's getting ready to do some interviews and some shows, and her message was echoing yours, not, 10 hours ago or whatever. No matter what you're going through, that tunnel may seem like it's just going straight through hell, but just keep going, because no matter what it is, you're going to get through and you're going to emerge through as long as you keep giving effort. It just echoes like exactly what you just said, brother. It's a confirmation 10 hours later.
yeah. Yeah, a lot of times the setup is better than, much greater than the setback. So, we have setbacks, but it's just setting you up for something major in life. And, like I said, me writing the book, My Father's Love, was to help, help people, parents who are dealing with the loss of a child, help people who are dealing with the loss of a loved one, and just motivating fathers to keep going and keep pushing regardless of what that relationship with you and the child's mother may, where that may be, but you still have to be a father to your children regardless of what's going on.
Yeah. Amen to that, man. Derrick, yeah, that's heavy duty. I remember I think I was one of the first people to buy your book, as I recall. And,
yeah, I remember.
Yeah, and I passed it on to a gentleman too. I don't own it anymore, but I passed it on to a person I thought it could really help. So,
and that's a beautiful thing. Yeah,
I trust that it did. Well, all right, Derrick, how old are you right
now? 48.
48. You got the body of a highly tuned up 28-year-old, man. Tell us about some of your fitness secrets, man. You got something you're doing right. What is it?
Or you know what, man? I just I work hard. I'm just gonna put it to you like this. I don't know if I have any secrets other than hard work. You hear me talk about God, quite a bit, because I know that everything that I do, it wouldn't be possible without him. And I mean that wholeheartedly. So absolutely. When it comes to that, I know that God keeping me healthy, I'm able to get in the gym, because like I said, if I wasn't healthy enough to get in the gym, and at my age, I'm going twice a day, 3-4 times a week. Okay. So, I really just push myself. But Corey, by you being a fitness expert, you understand that we can work out. We can work out twice a day, 7 days a week if we want. But if you don't change your eating habits, you're not going to change your body.
Right.
Yeah, I do try to eat clean. I'm keeping it real. Of course, I don't eat that way all the time, but I do try to eat clean, and I do try to eat clean and do whatever I can do to, keep myself going. Because if I can't, how do I say it? The bottom line is, I like Portillo's, I like burgers, I like pizza. I like, I like all the finer foods, but there's times we got to put that away and focus. If you want to change your body, you're going to have to change your diet.
Yeah, right on.
The working out, I believe it's about 80% of the battle. Excuse me, right. Working out 20% of the battle. The eating, I tell people all the time, we're in the gym. I think what we do in this gym it's big. We got to be able to do it. But if you look in the gym and you look around, we see people in the gym that we see pretty much every day. And those people look the same, if not worse. And they've been working out in the gym 5 times a week for the last 10 years.
Right.
But they're not changing what they do at the dinner table. That's the reason they look the same or worse, but they're taking their time and getting in the gym.
Yeah, I think all the OGs, you are what you eat. There's just so much power and truth to that. A lot of times the secrets to success are just the simple things, man. So that you are what you eat holds true to this day. No question.
Absolutely.
Wait, what kind of body weight you kind of tend to carry around, Derrick?
Normally, I can be anywhere between, say, 235 and 245.
Yeah, gotcha. I don't know if you're, but what would you guesstimate your body fat percentage? It can't be like what, 9%, something like that.
Well, maybe when I'm, when I'm at my best, I'll say I'm probably about 8 or 9%.
Right. Well, I've never seen you like sloppy. I've only seen you really fit, even more fit. So, man, keep it up. You are a role model for that, brother. I think
Thanks.
that's so important as we age up. Keep that body pumping and strong till the day, as long as we possibly can. So,
Hey, Corey, that is so key to me, man. And I tell people all the time, it's not that I'm vain. It's not about. It's really not to me about. Of course, I want to look good. I'd be lying if I said I didn't. But I'm just at 48 years old. I'm approaching 50, and to be able to, still be able to run 8 miles or still dunk the basketball. I can still bench over 400 pounds. I mean, it's just, it's a blessing to me.
right.
So to be healthy is the key. That's the key to me. It's not about just going to the gym to, let me tell you guys a quick story. So when my daughter, she's 18 years old now, my youngest child is 18. And when she was, I would say she was probably about maybe 7 years old.
Okay.
I was ready to leave and go to the gym. And it was a morning where she didn't want to leave. She was trying to be, she wanted to cuddle with daddy. But I was getting ready to leave. And I said, hey, babe, I'm going to go to the gym. She looked up at me and she goes, but don't you have enough muscles? And I said, no, I said, it's not about muscles for daddy. You're right. I probably do have enough muscles. I said, but I got to keep my heart healthy for you. I want to be healthy so I can be as healthy as I can for you and your brother and your sisters, so that, that's my job, is to be here and be healthy. I don't want you guys to have to take care of me. I want to continue to take care of you as long as I can.
Yeah, that's awesome, man.
That's powerful.
Hey, isn't that powerful, Matthias?
Yeah, that's what I say. It's powerful, to be able to tell your kids that and not have to lie to them,
Yeah.
Right.
Talk to us about your clothing line, Derrick.
So Royalty Wear, I started Royalty Wear in 2019. What inspired Royalty Wear, and the name, should I say, is rocking royalty with that crown on your chest, on your back, on your, I have hats so you can rock it on your head. So basically, I call on the website, the hats and the caps are called crowns.
Okay.
And it's just I want people to start thinking more of a royal way, in more of a higher way than a lot of the derogatory terms that we call each other. I would like to, I know it's a process that hasn't worked in all these years, but I really would like to do away with the N word and the B word, because I just think that the N word is a word you shouldn't use at all. And unless you're talking about a female dog, you definitely shouldn't be calling another female shouldn't be calling other females those words. So words like king and queen, or ma'am and sir, things like that. I mean, that it's just lost nowadays. These other words have just become, like a number one language, and I just think it's crazy to me.
Yeah, let's put it this way, Derrick. I see you. I see what you got going on out there, man. It's powerful and it's good. Man. I like it.
Thank you.
Hey, I remember you did this for the listeners. We're from Aurora, Illinois area, and I remember you did a song not too long. You did a song about some of the great athletes that have pumped up out of our area and some other cats and stuff like that. You know what song I'm talking about, right?
Oh yeah. It's called The City of Lights. I did there's a part 1 and a part 2.
Okay.
But
Tell
in the
people
song,
how to find it on YouTube. How can they find that song? Both
yeah,
songs.
they can find them on YouTube. But I'm actually going to be, so I made a whole album, Corey. The name of the album is called it's DC. I'm D Senior, and the album is called A Man on Fire.
All right.
But yeah, man. So those 2 songs are on it, and that CD is going to be re-released here in the next, I'll say, 2 months, and you're going to begin to hear and see a lot more about it, because once again, I wrote the book, and now I feel like a lot of people don't want to read. Let's just face it. A lot of people just don't want to read, take the time to read, or some don't have the time to read. But I think everybody loves music.
Yes.
So
Definitely.
I put the book into music, so to speak. So, I have a song on there about, 2 songs on there about the City of Lights. I have a song called A Man on Fire. I have a song called Mama Stay, which is a dedication to, my mother, which,
Okay.
we all, Tupac, Boyz II Men, we all make songs dedicated to our mothers who've, given us all they had and almost died to give us life during
Right.
birth. So, like I said, I have a specific dedication song to Derrick Jr. I have a song in there called I Need Your Love. So, Corey, you remember LL Cool J's song, I Need Love?
Sure do.
So I remade that song, and I do think when LL hears this song, there's a chance that maybe he and I can do a remix together. Because what I did with this song, I basically, because I believe LL was, he was a teenager, early 20s when he made that song. So he's a young guy talking about the love he wanted.
Right.
From a young guy's standpoint. And really, for us, that's a kid at 21 years old. He's still a kid, and it's mentally, at least. So what I did was I made the song called I Need Your Love. So there's a man specifically speaking to one woman, and he's explaining the things that happened, the reason he had the love and he lost it, and he's telling her everything he's going to do to get that love back. See, because I also think that, for men, we've all been in relationships, and there's a lot of times we may lose the woman because we do dumb stuff and we lose the woman. And then we basically just ask her or beg us to take her back, but without giving her reason to take us back. It's just, would you do this? Give me another chance, but not why she should give you another chance. And that's what that song is about.
Wow. Yeah, I'll tell you what, man, this episode is going out on Ramp Feed Radio. If you're willing to send me an MP3 file of it, we can get that song to play right after the show wraps up, man.
I will do just that.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
Cool.
I will do just that.
Yeah. How long did the process take to get that whole album completed? Because that's certainly no 30-day project, man. That's like a big undertaking. How long did it take you?
You know what? It took longer than normal simply because of COVID. COVID hit the moment I started recording. So you remember March of 2020 when it hit?
Quite well, man.
I started recording in February. So, it took a little over a year, but like I said, that's because of COVID. I could have had the album probably recorded in, a matter of months.
Right.
I learned a lot too, because I've never made an album before. I never recorded in studio, and I learned so much about music from the different, mentors that I had, that were helping me with the album. So yeah, like I said, it could have taken less time, but it took about 2 years simply because, because COVID hit, then the studio closed, and we were distancing ourselves from each other. So there was just a lot of pieces going on. And that has a lot to do with why I'm re-releasing the album as well.
Well, evidently the timing was perfect because here we are. So all good. Hey, Derrick Senior Entertainment. Talk to us about some of the events and shows you got going on. Whatever you think's relevant. I'll just put the question that way.
Well, I'll put it to you like this. I've done plenty of events, every year, whether it's, March 30th, around that time of the year that Derrick passed away, or, right around September 18th, which is, his birthday. Every year I do something on both of those times of the year. And I do it mainly to keep me and my daughter's minds going,
Right.
so that we're not dwelling on, tomorrow. I do it but I also I put on certain events to keep others, the youth and other people who are, maybe going through something, just keep them uplifted. So, I've always put together lots of different type of events, but what I want to talk about is the event I have coming up, since you brought it up.
Yeah.
So this year, April 30th is when I'm going to do the event, and it's going to be the adult prom.
Okay.
So this is an upscale formal affair that I'm doing that, the adults can go to prom, basically. So for people who may have been to prom and had a great time, but now they're with someone else and they want to share, make new memories with the person they're with, I'm providing that. Someone who probably didn't make it to prom, whether that may have been because of athletics, pregnancy, or they just didn't go, couldn't afford it, whatever it is. There's lots of reasons why people didn't make it to prom. So what inspired me to do this, once again, is Derrick Jr. That day that he was supposed to play in the All-Star game, that's the day he was running for prom king. He didn't make it, because he was killed 2 weeks before the prom, but the kids still voted him prom king anyway in his absence.
Wow, that's awesome, man.
But the whole point is he didn't make it to prom. And, as me sitting and dwelling and thinking about that, I'm like, there are so many people who didn't make it to prom for whatever reason, that I want to be able to provide that experience for them.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I dig it. It's a super concept, man. Where's it going to be held, there?
It's going to be in Aurora at the Belle Salle Banquet on New York Street.
Okay.
It's a 5-star venue. So there's going to be, all you can eat buffet for about an hour and a half. Well, first of all, when you pull up, your car will be valeted at the red carpet. Step onto the red carpet, the paparazzi is going to snap your picture as you walk into the prom. You'll be served champagne hors d'oeuvres when you walk in. The buffet, hour and a half, all you can eat. Then you have unlimited top shelf bar for 3 hours.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I got one of Chicago's finest DJs, Maurice Culpepper, DJing all night. And then I'm having a performance by, I don't know if you remember the R&B legend Surface.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
That's
so they're
cool, man.
Yeah. So, yeah,
Wow.
man, it's going to be a phenomenal night. But the reason I bring this one up is because, not just because it's about to come up, because this, I think, is going to be one of my favorite events. It's already me putting the event together and just listening to the feedback and the way people are getting excited about it. It lets me know that I made the right decision.
Yeah. How do people get involved? Where do you send them? What do they do?
Well, they can go to Eventbrite to purchase tickets. They can look me up on, Facebook and Instagram, Derrick Sr., a man on fire. And they can follow all those links on there that'll take them right to the event and give them all the information they need.
Sounds to me probably the easiest way is go to Eventbrite and just search adult prom.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, cool, man. Yeah, that's pretty. Yeah, I know you've done some comedy events too, man. Those seem pretty cool. I've not made it out to one, but I need to laugh. I probably should go to the next one.
Man, you know what? So, like I said, man, it's my baby. He's a major inspiration for me, but it's just I do the comedy shows. I started doing the comedy shows before Derrick passed, and that's because I just felt like, who doesn't love to laugh, man? Like, who gets mad about laughing? You know what I mean?
Right.
So laughter is food for the soul. So yeah, I do have these comedy shows because I love music and I love laughter. I love to see people laughing and having a good time. And that's the reason I do these comedy shows, is to bring people together in a good moment, because we're laughing and having a good time. So, and every single one of them are funny. Even though I'm paying these comedians to tell jokes, sometimes, most of the time, or half the time, I'm the butt of the joke, and I don't even get it. You know, that they're talking about me or whatever the case is, but it's all a good time, man. It is.
Yeah, that's cool, man. Man, Derrick, I'm so proud of you, man. You're 100% a role model in so many ways. Yeah, just freaking amazing, man. I know you got even more going on than that. And how do you juggle it, man? How do you manage the time, events, all these things you got going on at once? How do you manage all that time to make stuff happen? And you
I just do, Corey. I don't
yeah.
have any. I don't even know how to explain to you. You know, like I told you yesterday, I'm in St. Louis now, and I was trying to. We had the connection problem, and I told you here, let me pull over so we can do the event. Like now, I'm taking a break from what I'm here for so that I can do this, man. But it's just like I don't have any magic that I'm working. But I will tell you this conversation, I was just having this conversation this morning, and one of the guys who mentored me with the CD, he said to me, he goes, man, with everything you do, just imagine if there were 10 of you. He said,
maybe there is.
Well, listen, he goes, well, imagine if there was 10 Derricks. And I said, just imagine if I just had just one other one.
Yep.
So, man, listen, I really don't know how I do it. I just do it. And I thank God that I'm busy, because if I wasn't busy, my mind would probably just, have me in a sad place a lot of times. So I think, I'm thankful for being busy, but I just do, Corey. I just do.
Yeah. Yeah, I see the evidence all the time. You're getting major stuff done, impacting a lot of people's lives. Remember, the MO of this show, the Corey Maselli show, is about like overcoming everything. When life knocks you down, stand up and move. And I think you're like a living, breathing testament to that message, man. So,
and I agree with you. I agree with you, man, because that I speak a lot about my son. But in July, this will be the 30th year of my big brother's passing, and I know you probably didn't know him, Corey, but yeah, I have a big brother that died when I was 18 and he was 21. So and in my book, that's how the book starts, when I speak about the day that I had previously known as the worst day of my life was, July 20th, when my big brother died,
right,
of heart complications. So, I've been a warrior, man, since I was young. I just have.
Right.
Every time I get knocked back down, every time I get knocked down, I stand back up.
Yes, sir.
So, and that's what I want, man. I just want to be an example, because you can talk all you want. You can talk to people all you want about what they should do, but if you're sitting there and you're not doing it, I feel like it's hard to listen to you if you're not gonna practice what you preach. So before I preach it, they can already see that the practice is in order. You feel what I'm saying?
Absolutely. Yeah, that's powerful, man. Well, I'll tell you what, maybe we can do a part 2 interview. I know your time is a little bit limited. I know we're kind of went past your allotted time a little bit, and I do appreciate you taking the time to do it, because I understand and appreciate how busy you are, what you got going on. So thank you. Like, sincerely thank you for taking the time to come on the show, man. It means a lot to me.
Man, you already know, Corey. Like I said, when you asked me to do it, I was honored. It's a pleasure to be here. Pleasure to meet you, Mateus. I thank you guys for having me, and I absolutely would love to come back. Part 2. Let's do it sooner than later.
Yes, sir. That's what's up, man. And we're gonna get that song played here. What's the song you're gonna send me, Derrick? So we can prep the audience for it.
The song I want them to hear is, because we're talking about motivation, I want them to hear "Man on Fire."
Okay.
That's the song I'm gonna send you. If you give me one moment, I'm gonna email it to you. And
moving on the fly here.
And for the listeners out there, be sure to go on YouTube and check out the Corey Maselli Show, because we have uploaded all 19 episodes and we'll continue to upload every episode we make since then, you know.
Yeah, well, thank you for that, Matthias.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Everything is up now, and every episode will be uploaded there to the Corey Maselli Show on YouTube.
All right, White. Well, we're going to do this, Derek. The way this works, we'll sign off now. This is Corey Maselli on the Corey Maselli Show, hoarse voice and all. Matthias Anderson over there in Denmark, and the new all-American male, walking, living, breathing example of royalty and badassness, Derrick Duff. We're signing off. Rap Fiend Radio, Squat Life, Derrick Senior Entertainment, and all that other good stuff, man. Peace. We love you guys, and we'll talk soon.
Blessings.